everyone. Okay, so I lit it for you today using my H2KAKWS project and some 6x6 paper pads because that's the product's focus from Rediscover Your Stash, and I'm digging into some new products. Well, new to me. These are things I've purchased that I have in my stash that I've never opened up or used. And since this month is the Rediscover Your Stash spending freeze, I'm going to try to pull out some of these products that I haven't opened yet. So we're going to start with this one. This is Bo Bunny's Little Wonders collection. And I just have some of the embellishments and the 6x6 paper pad. So I'm going to start by pulling out some patterns that I really like, that I think are going to be fabulous. If you hear that little whining in the background, we got a new puppy, and he wants to be a YouTube superstar too. So this is Mths, and he's actually going to be in an upcoming video, which you guys will love. And if you want to see more about him, he has his own Instagram account, because he's a superstar puppy, right? Anyway, tangent. I'm using the ruler that goes with my Tim Holtz mixed media mat, and I'm using it to tear these 6x6 strips into approximately 2-inch wide kind of shape or lengths, widths. The word I'm looking for is widths. And it's not accurate, and it's not perfect, and that's okay. I just wanted some nice torn edges. So I'm just going to take all of my sheets of paper here, and there are like more masculine and more feminine layouts or patterns in this collection, and I kind of went through and took a kind of a cross section of both, because I'm in this photo, so it doesn't need to be completely boy themed, or you know what I mean. So I took some of all of them because I love them. I am just going to go ahead now, and I'm going to kind of glue these 6x6 papers kind of overlapping. I don't mind if the seam shows. That's just me. Sometimes I like to cover it up, but for this layout, I was making it like super rusticy and, torn edges and stuff anyway, so I didn't care if that seam was there. If that seam is something that would bother you, then you can go right ahead and cover it up with an embellishment, or another great thing to do is you can stagger them. So mine kind of end up in a little line where the first 6x6 pad piece of paper ends, but that doesn't have to happen. You can, when you're working, the only way that would have to happen is if you have a 12x12 layout. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to trim up the excess papers that are on the side, and then we're going to go ahead and work on our photo. So you can see the photo there off to the left, and it's a wallet size photo, and this is it, guys. This is the only photo I have of this particular photo session with my son when he was 6 months old. So we're going to have to make it work. I'm going to mat my photo onto this kind of neutral pattern paper. This is one of my very favorite patterns in this 6x6 pad. I think it's super duper pretty. Well, pretty might not be the wrong word. Anyway, I really like it. And now I'm going to use all those little scraps, and I'm going to create almost like a torn edge that's going to come away from the photo, and that torn edge is going to look a lot like the border that goes down the side. So I'm just taking the little offcuts of the different patterns, and they're even in the same order that they are down the side. And it's just a little bit of an accent, and in the finished page, it's not something that you would 100% notice, like it's not going to jump out at you or anything, but I thought it was a nice little detail to add. So yeah, I'm just going to continue tearing paper and gluing it down so I have all of these strips attached to the side of my photo. I'm sorry if I sound like a man today. I am in like week 2 of a really bad cold / bronchitis, and as I'm allergic to all antibiotics, we just gotta suffer through till it decides to leave me alone. So yeah, that's why I sound like a man. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my photo that has all these beautiful torn layers on the edge, and I'm just going to tuck it underneath this second strip that we have here. And now I'm going to do something that is so fun while simultaneously being kind of hard. So I'm taking the edges, those torn edges, and I'm pulling them up. When I glued them down, I made sure not to glue the edges down because I really wanted to pull them up. And then I thought, wouldn't it be so fun to tuck some beautiful sequins underneath those torn edges that I pulled up? And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm adding a line of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive down underneath that little torn edge. And then I'm going to take my jewel picker and I'm just going to pick a collection of sequins. So these are 2 sequin mixes from Spiegel Mom Scraps, of course, and they are Pick Your Plum and Southern Bluebell. The Southern Bluebell ones are pretty old, I think, but the Pick Your Plum ones are fairly new. You might be able to grab those in the shop. I love the Pick Your Plum sequins. They're kind of my favorite mix. I think they're one of my very favorite mixes. I really love them. And so I am just making that bead of glue and then tucking those sequins underneath that torn edge. So there are going to be a lot of sequins on this page, but I don't think that it overwhelms the page at all. I think it is like perfect. I love this idea. In fact, I probably might use it again because I think it just turned out so cute. And so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do that for all 4 of those strips, and I think it turned out really, really nice. I'm super happy with it. And you can see there how I have all 4. Now, I know I want to do a little bit of something up at the top, and the die cuts in this pack are one of those sets of die cuts where they're like gigantic die cuts, which are going to be a little bit harder to use. I might end up using the larger pieces for 12 by 12 pages with my nieces and nephews, but I don't think for 8.5 by 11 pages. They're just a little bit too large a scale. I did pull out these banners, and I did take out the trees because I thought the trees were really cute and a good size. And I'm going to use this chipboard piece that has the little fox on it because, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but the fox is coloring looks really nice with the hair, my hair in the photo. So I just went ahead and grabbed it because I thought it really complemented the photo well without taking too much away from it. You see here like how gigantic. These die cuts are bigger than my photo, so no. We're not going to use this, but we'll save them for another day. Okay, so now I'm just going to go with those trees, and I'm going to use that chipboard piece right there. And I popped the chipboard piece up on some foam squares. So, yes, this is chipboard, but the edges are white. See, when the chipboard's on those clear plastic things like that, and they don't have the yucky edges, I like them, but I don't like them when they are on like the big 12 by 12 chipboard sheets. I don't know. I have issues with the edges of my embellishments and stuff. I don't like them to, I don't know. I'm weird. Anyway, moving on. Also, I swear that the chipboard that comes on like that big sheet that you have to pop out, I swear it smells funny. Anyway, just me. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use 2 of these layered chipboard pieces that are part of that Bo Bunny Little Wonders collection. I'm just going to trim that tree off. And now we're going to do some title work. So, check out these thickers. Okay, these are the thickers that go with the Little Wonders collection. So they're called Little Wonders. That's the name of them. But if you are if you are a thicker lover like me, you're looking at them and you're going, I know that font. I know that font. Because when I was doing this, I'm using them. This is the first time I opened this package, and I'm like, this font looks familiar, and they're foam, and they're glittery, and the longer I was using the font, the more I'm like, oh, I know this font. And that's when it dawned on me. Check this out, you guys. Okay, so this Little Wonders Thickers font is pretty much Fitzgerald, which they don't make anymore, except they do, but they call it Little Wonders. So be very careful and mindful and know that you can go ahead and grab some of these Little Wonders thickers because they are still available. They're newer, so they're still available in a lot of scrapbook stores. And it's Fitzgerald font. How fun is that? Okay, so there's a little sneak peek at our gorgeous sequiny layout. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!